Hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. As we descended this canyon, I had high hopes of discovery. The focus of this trip was to try and discover new, to us, rock art. You see, that's the thing. Rock art is finite. It's not everywhere. That's what makes it special. The fact that it is not everywhere. Sometimes the art may be elaborate, and sometimes it may be nothing more than a few vertical lines. For me, it's the human connection. An image painted or pecked onto the rock so long ago still exists when the creator of the image has been gone for so long. Their thought, their expression remains, surviving the passage of time. Our adventure in this canyon would be the price of admission to view something few have seen and more than likely has never been filmed. So please join me as I head out into the desert to discover what once was. All right, well, there's nothing quite as beautiful as seeing running water in the desert. So this is an excellent sign. We packed down all of our water for the night. About 2 gallons per person. So that's roughly 16 pounds each just in water weight. I wasn't sure if the spring would be running or not. So you never know out here. It's always good to be prepared, and so we can now realistically consume as much water as we want, and we're okay because we're exiting the same way we've come down. So I don't know too much about the area where we're proceeding into, but one thing's for certain is that a constant, reliable water source, people would have always been in this area, always. So I think we will probably come across something of a prehistoric nature today. We're looking for mainly rock art, and I think we have a good chance of finding some. Yeah, so if we got a constant water source, then that's a key to many things right there. Well, we've made a bit of a mistake. We should have come down on the other side. It's just been brutal, and we can't push forward in that direction. The only thing we have to do at this point is either backtrack, which we don't want to do, or just head through all this and we just have to embrace the suck and get across all this and get to the other side. That's how it's going to happen. So this is going to be ugly. This is true canyon exploring. This is some bush hogging. It's like 12, 15 feet to the bottom right there of just awfulness. If we get in there, we're not getting out. We're not with packs on anyway. We gotta climb back out. It's just not possible. Jeez. All right, well, we've had to climb back up and then climb through this to get to the other side, and this is the other side. It's been a character builder. So we've had an interesting day, to say the least. We made our way. Jen, how we doing over here? We've been sequestered under this ledge here, waiting for the sun to get back. It's about 95 degrees down here right now. It's hot, man. Wouldn't you say, Jen?
Feels good in the shade.
Yeah, it's nice in the shade. The other side there, 95 degrees, easy. How would you explain our walk? We made a couple critical errors, didn't we?
We had to climb out of hell.
Yeah, it was bad. So we stopped in the shade at one point and we rested. Then I took off without the pack. I did some scouting to find a way to get across the canyon to the better side. And we had to pass packs and climb out and do a lot of interesting things. Anyway, I don't want to ramble too long. So we got back to the spring here, and we've literally just been sitting here for 2 hours, just staying out of the sun, drinking lots of water, hydrating. We started getting headaches. So this is the dangerous time in the canyon when the weather's like this with the heat. You have to be very careful. Our intention was to wait until the sun dropped, and then we were going to hike back out and try again another day. You know, come back refreshed, try again another day. So we've been sitting here for a couple hours just hydrating, eating, refreshing, and you know, I was looking around and we decided to take a walk. We tossed the idea about maybe just camping here and then hiking up in the morning. We decided to go back out into the canyon, the main canyon, and hike up a bit. And when we did, I found a whole ledge of rock art. This is incredible because I don't think this rock art's ever been filmed. So this is going to be really special. Right, Jen? Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. It's pictographs, paintings. So what we're waiting on it right now is, like I said, it's about 95 degrees in the sun right now. So we're waiting for the sun to drop. And once some shading occurs, I'm going to go back out. I'm going to film the rock art, give maybe another hour for the sun to drop a little bit. And that's going to make it, once the pictographs are back in the shade, they'll be a lot more vibrant. But there are some huge paintings. We're talking 3-4 foot tall paintings, anthropomorphic. It's just absolutely fascinating. No doubt, probably from the Ancestral Puebloans, these paintings could be 1,000 years old. They could be older. It's going to be incredible. So we're going to get out there. Just got to wait a few more minutes. All right, we're gonna make a try for this. It's still pretty warm, but some of the pictographs are in the shade now, so it's a good time to go have a look at them. Make sure I'm not disturbing a rattlesnake, good Lord. That's a view. And I wanna point this out. I've done lots of videos on this stuff here. This is agave utahensis. So this is what would be roasted in the giant roasting pits that I would find out in the desert. So there's roasting pits in the canyons as well, but this is one of the things they were using as a food source here, the agave utahensis. All right, as much as I don't want to put it on, I'm wearing a helmet. It's just, if I take a spill somewhere up in here and I roll, I guess I won't crack my head open. I still gotta walk out of here. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful out here. Yeah, it's hot, no doubt about that. But it's not as bad as it was a couple hours ago. So this is totally manageable. Okay, so I've got to walk along the edge here. See where my stick's pointing. Follow it out there. So hopefully this doesn't get too sketch. Just to point something out, there are no other footprints up here. No one's been up here. There's nothing. So this could very well be the first time this rock art's ever been filmed. Oh, this is incredible. There is a huge red anthropomorphic figure right up in here. All right, we're going in. Okay, this is just absolutely incredible. That's good. Almost 3 feet tall. I want to point out, now I'm not going to touch this at all. This is very delicate. But I want to point out, you can see where the layer is starting to peel off of the rock. So this more than likely has been here for a very long time. You can see where, you know, they paid attention to details and scratched in like a waistband or something like this. These are ear bobs here. And of course you can see the headdress here. This is incredible. There's some scratches in here. This hasn't been vandalized. I should say that. This is as is. This is incredible. Still pretty vibrant. So I'm going to step back and use another camera. You can see where attention was paid for the digits, the fingers. Here we got 2. How do we get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No polydactyly. So yeah, I'm going to step out and use another camera to get a wider view of this. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So the image here where my finger's pointing, this is classic Basketmaker. Ancestral Puebloan. This is beautiful. We got another image here. Oh, look at this. And then look at that. Absolutely fascinating. I almost missed these. Look at this. Absolutely fascinating. You can barely make this one out here. You see the headdress here. There's another image here. This might have been a little more exposed to the sun. Yeah, large anthropomorphic figure here. Not really discernible. Got another large red anthropomorphic figure here. I'm not going to walk up to that because there's not much ledge, as you can see. It's just not worth it. The main panel is right over here. And I'm a little hesitant to crawl out there. I do think it's safe, but it's more of a nerve thing. Actually, it's probably okay if I just really take it easy. I'm gonna have to like belly crawl on this. This is an incredible panel here. So I'm not gonna spend too much time up here, I don't want my nerves to get me. So I'm gonna go over this a little quickly, but I did take some drone shots. Check out the spiral right here. We've got large anthropomorphic figures, classic Basketmaker style. Yellow. All right, easy, easy, easy. Got more, got a very big one. This is classic Basketmaker right here. You can see there's some scratching on this one, so I don't think that's been done from recent times. So we're gonna slowly make our way. You got some small images here that have faded out. Another huge anthropomorphic figure. It's got the headdress there. And we've got some very unique images down here. I'll check this one out. What is that? Is that a bow and arrow? I'm not touching this, by the way. This is an incredible panel. Got some scratching into the rock and painting over it, or vice versa. Can't tell for certain. And then there's another large anthropomorphic figure here. This is just incredible. And I do believe just around the corner there are some ruins, but I am not going to even bother with that. Sorry, it's not worth it. Here's some more images. Okay. Yep. I am going to walk out of here now while I still have my nerves. I'm going to do a quick close-up of right up here of these glyphs, the ones I said I'd come back to. The shade's not moving down fast enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and use another camera to get there. All right, we're going to zoom in here, have a look at these. Pictographs here. Man, these might be like a star pattern or something. I got some anthropomorphic figures. Look at this. That pattern there. Back out a little bit. Yeah, if this was in the shade, this would be a little clearer or a little more vibrant, but this is what we got. Oops. There we go. Sorry about that. Very interesting. All right, that was extraordinary. So I'm gonna go ahead and climb down from here and rest my nerves for we hike up out of here. Absolutely incredible. Tell you what, these people were not afraid of heights. That is for sure. I'll walk back down into this drainage here. All right, back in the shade. That was incredible. All right, well, let's back down this to Jen and the packs, and we're probably gonna start walking out here soon. Back to the spring safely. We're gonna rest for a second, hydrate up, and we're walking out of here, man. So this turned out to be an absolutely brutal but fantastic day. Yeah, fan, you never know, you never know. It's just incredible out here. All right, folks, lots more content on the way. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It is free and helps the channel tremendously. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. D-Rock out.
Jen out.
Adios.